Purulia, rugged, beautiful and virgin, nearly untouched by modernization. Purulia, one of the poorer districts in West Bengal. Purulia, waiting to join the rest of India in the march of development. Nestling at the foothills of the Ajodhya range in Purulia are three little hamlets, Sojakhuli, Bankakhuli and Noyakhuli, which together form the village of Panri. Here, people live primitive lives without electricity and other basic amenities. They had to be content with a single crop harvest from 6 to 7 bighas of land. The rest of the land goes uncultivated due to lack of water. After the paddy is harvested in the month of Agrahayan, the fields lie barren and parched till the onset of the next monsoon. The women go to the forest in search of other resources and come back with timber to be sold in the nearby market. After sunset, they cook, and the children study with the help of kerosene lamps. For generations, the villagers have been trapped in a vicious cycle of poverty. The one factor that could turn their lives around was electricity. This would get them power to challenge the darkness, power to bring water to their drying fields, power to increase their income. The project Light a Home was initiated by Shri Shri Rural Development Program in the year 2012. Its aim is to take clean and affordable lighting to 1 million rural households.
In West Bengal, our targeted districts were Purulia, Bardhaman and the Sundarbans. So after our field officers did some preliminary surveys, we distributed solar lamps and provided solar grids in several places. My first acquaintance with Panri was in the year 2013 on Republic Day when we went there to distribute solar lamps. The very next year, 2014, we set up a water filtration plant there. And by April 2015, we had installed a solar grid which supplied electricity to 86 homes and generated total 11 kilowatts of power.
Thus began the first buzz of modernization. The concept of Shromdan, or voluntary service on the part of the villagers, was introduced to take the project to completion. It was the villagers' proud contribution to the project. The solar grid stands as a proud testimony to the villagers' labor of love. The rhythm of life began to change slowly.
When I first entered Panri, the villagers told me, "Didi, we don't really need solar lamps. We rise with the sun and we sleep when the sun sleeps. What we really need is food. The paddy that we grow gives us food only for about half the year." It struck me then that what was really needed here were income generating schemes which would improve the standard of living of these people and also prevent them from cutting down the trees in the surrounding forests.
A new enclosure was built for a 5 horsepower solar pump. The pump is operated 6 hours a day. The lake water is pumped up to irrigate 50 bighas of land. The land that used to remain barren for half the year will now bear exotic crops. The villagers can take these crops to the city to tap markets hitherto unknown to them.
The aims of this project are manifold. First, to provide clean and green energy to a community which has been deprived of basic amenities for very long. Secondly, to increase the area under cultivation and to increase the yield through improved agricultural techniques, thereby increasing the total household income by at least 10% in the first year. And most importantly, to empower the community, especially the women, through entrepreneurial ventures which are built into the project. This is part of CORE, Community of Rural Enterprise, which is an Sri Sri Rural Development Program initiative, which actually makes most projects sustainable.
Even though outsiders have gently blown the winds of change, the villagers' active participation is required to make the change permanent. The women have been taught to take care of the solar pump and rice hulling machine. Part of the income earned from these activities would be kept aside for maintenance and upkeep. The rest of the money is their income. To ensure a happy mind in a healthy body, training programs like Nabochetona Shibirs and Shastho Jagruti Yojana are held in the community. Through these Shibirs, promising young men and women with leadership qualities are identified and given training in management and technical skills under the CORE program. These rural managers will keep the project running as SSRDP moves on to other villages.
1,100 households have been identified in the vicinity, and there are thousands such villages in the eastern zone which could benefit from such projects. Art of Living, with its rural development arm, Sri Sri Rural Development Program Trust, is especially recognized for its mobilization programs and its presence in about 50,000 villages all over India. My appeal to corporates is that please support such projects and make the dreams of these villagers a reality.
Sunlight shines on Purulia, waiting to be tapped. Water smiles in the lake, eager to be pumped. The dry land pines to be drenched by the water. SSRDP connects the sun, the land and the water. The sky smiles as the winds of change blow over Purulia.